views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hola everyone, welcome to Open, the one and only show bringing the best of the Bronx, New York, and the world straight to you. I'm Rina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche every Friday. And here's what's coming up in today's show. Leading things off, we'll take a look into a short film about a young woman accused of a crime she did not commit. And after that, we'll find out everything you need to know about this year's Mi Gente Latinx Music Festival. Then we'll learn about a coming-of-age film called The Expediter. And next up, we'll discover how the augmented reality app, Membit, is helping to create an imaginative world for children to explore. And later on in the show, Bobby C brings us up to date with the latest headlines in the world of sports. And finally, our Open Artist Spotlight is back and features two young and passionate dancers, Melokati, I hope I said that right, and Nightwing. So sit back y prepárate. All this and more is coming your way because now we are officially open. Hello and welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us. That's right. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, don't forget while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, Instagram, FB, Insta Story, Snapchat, LinkedIn, at Rina Valentin. Okay, so first up is Stripped. A short film about a young woman who has been accused of a crime she did not commit and her desperate attempt to, well, prove her innocence. And joining us now to tell us more, we welcome the producer of Stripped, Gabby Faye. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Rina. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here on this awfully rainy day or awfully rainy Friday.
It's very rainy.
It's okay. We're cleansing it away for the
We
fabulous week that
Yes.
we're going to have. Right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for, I guess, taking it upon yourself as somebody whose origins are in acting and understanding that when you're in that realm, right, you're basically relying on somebody else to employ you and cast you.
Oh, yes.
And so I acknowledge you and I'm saying thank you for taking it upon yourself to create your own work and produce your own work. So let's talk about this story and what inspired it and all of the logistics behind it. Is it a true story? No.
Absolutely not. It's not a
Okay.
true story.
Okay.
But, I'm sure things like this really do happen to people in real life. So it was inspired by Orange is the New Black. I'm a huge fan. And as soon as I started watching the show, as an actress, I became very inspired and I envisioned myself on the show. And I pole dance also as one of my pastimes. So I was like, And I just sort of conjured up this great character who was a stripper, and strippers oftentimes have these negative connotations and how we could take that and sort of make it into a character that would end up in jail. So that was how the idea started, and it just started as a thought, and over a couple of years it just kept coming up. And I think as an artist, when you have something that keeps ticking in your brain, you have to, if you don't bring it to life, you'll always wonder, well, what could it have been like? And so I had to do it for myself just to see what I was capable of and what kind of story I could tell.
And so, how long is the film?
It's 15 minutes.
It's a short.
It's a short.
And how long did it take you to write it? Did you write it?
I didn't write it.
Yeah, okay, you brought somebody
I
in to write it.
have only so
All
many
right, well, how
talents.
long was the process? You're saying it was bugging you in your head.
Yeah.
And it's something that you had to do, and I'm sure you were really thinking hard about it while you were pole dancing.
Of course. I was like, what routine can I make for my film? while I'm
She's
hanging
like-
upside down.
She's like, well, let me document myself while I'm young, feeling sexy,
Exactly.
pole dancing, and then we'll make it a.
Flaunt it while you have it, Rena. You know.
I know, but I'm still there. Okay.
Oh.
I'll just check.
Of course you are.
So no, just really, I want the juicy part
Yeah.
of the story. I mean, of course, without giving the film away. I guess I'm really, what I'm looking for is just understanding. We already explained how it was kind of like just tapping you in the hat and just understanding the whole process.
So I have a really close friend that I made in high school. His name is Danny Galvin. He's actually out in LA right now getting his grad degree in screenwriting.
Nice.
So he's one of my closest friends, and when we were in high school, we actually wrote a script together for this stage competition at Center Stage, which is a big theater in Baltimore where I'm from, and where he's from, of course. And so
And that was G-rated, right?
that
No, I'm making a joke. So don't
I don't do G-rated. It was probably at least PG-13.
She's like, I don't do G-rated.
I'll have to
Not even in high school.
No, I look like a baby, but you know.
I saw
not
some of
true.
your films already. I
Oh,
went
good.
through, of course, I went through your website.
Oh, you're the
I'm like,
best. I
she
went through
looks-
yours too.
Oh, look at
Very
that.
impressed.
So, no, but we're talking about you
Right,
now.
today,
Yeah.
right now. So I called Danny up, and I was like, I have this great idea. I need you to write me a script. And so he's like, yeah, cool. Like, tell me what it's about. And so I gave him the premise, and I was like, just make some parts up. I trust you. You're talented, and this is the baseline, you know. So he got me a script, maybe 6 or 7 pages, and I had it, and I sort of threw it in my files, and I didn't really look at it for months until it kept popping into my head, and finally this opportunity came up where Actors Green Room, they do this short film competition, and I had just found out about it, and I was like, wow, this is a really cool thing I could do that would propel me and make me really focus on the goal and get it done in a strict time frame.
Well, of course, that's how you do it.
Right.
You
You
give
just
yourself a
jump right
deadline.
in.
No, you have to give yourself a deadline
Yeah.
and work backwards. That's how you get it out. That's how you push the baby out.
It's true. Although the next time I produce a film, it will go a little bit differently. But you know, first time you have to make all the mistakes to learn from them. So
But you got it done.
amazingly, and through a lot of hills and a lot of mountains. But yes, I got it done miraculously. I can tell you some horror stories.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I produce too, so I know.
Yeah, locations, insurance. So
Please lay it all out. Lay it all out.
I'm just keeping it real today. So once I decided that I was just gonna jump head first, I contacted a friend of mine who's a cinematographer and a filmmaker and a director, and he was like, send me the script. So I sent it to him. He was like, there's not enough. We have to bulk this up. So, you know, I sent it back to Danny. And so there was the whole process of kind of going back and forth and adding things to make it more interesting and make it longer, because 7 pages is not long enough for a juicy story. So that was sort of the process of the script. And then, you know, I learned very quickly how to apply to SAG and get all the papers so that I could use the actress that I wanted to. And then locations was really like the biggest difficulty that I encountered was finding all the locations. But you saw it, you know.
Well, we just saw a clip of it while you were
fantastic.
speaking. Yeah, and the idea really behind sharing the details, because everybody always wants to be in front, right? And that within itself is a process, but there's something to be said when you're behind. You can be in front and behind, but the behind process is really a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I congratulate you on
Thank you.
accomplishing that. So
Thank
where can
you.
we see the film?
You can see it on Vimeo right now. It's password protected, but I'm happy to share it with those that want to check it out. I'm working on the festival circuit right now, and a lot of film festivals only allow your film to be in their festival if it's not public yet. So that's why we keep it, you know, with a password.
Right.
So if anyone wants to, they can check out my website.
To find it in festivals.
Yeah, to find and to
And
contact
as well
me.
as watch it on Vimeo. But we don't want them to do that. We want them to go to the festival.
Exactly.
Right, because
So
the
those-
festivals, they're contests, and
Right.
you got to win, right?
Exactly.
So you can make the next film. All right. We got to move on. Thank you
know
so
it,
much,
Rena.
Gabby. Oh, it's great. It's great. Good for you. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Once again, you guys, for more information on Stripped, a short film, visit Gabby Faye. That's FAYE.com, GabbyFaye.com. All right. We have to take a quick break, but coming up, we'll learn about a Latinx music festival bringing the community together. So stay tuned.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms.
Biology homework, G.
Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Hello and welcome back to Open. Don't forget to get social with us. That's right. Tweet us at BronxNet TV and tweet me too at Rena Valentine. And so, Mi Gente Latinx Music Festival celebrates the music, arts, and community heritage of the Bronx. And the festival serves as a link for the Latin diaspora across the Bronx and New York City by highlighting the traditional and contemporary music of Latin America. And joining us now to tell us more about the festival, we welcome the technical director at Mi Gente, Enzo Taves, and the founder and executive producer, Dairanis Grullon Virgil. Hello and welcome.
Hello,
welcome
hello.
back.
Thank you.
Thank you
Welcome
for having us
back.
again.
Of course, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Second year.
I know.
Yes.
And so, please, well, you know, I had I was fortunate enough to be a part of your first inaugural event, and so I best you learn by experience,
Yes.
right? And so I see this year it's being done in August, right? So let's talk about the planning leading up to this Saturday's event.
Definitely. Thank you, Rena, for having us again here at Open. We're going to have the festival tomorrow, the 19th, from 12:30 to 8:30. And from 12:30 to 3:30, we will have family activities, art activities for kids and their families. And then the lineup of artists, they'll start from 3:30 to 8:30.
So, okay, so there's children's activities this
Yes.
summer. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Definitely. So the festival will be at the Huntsville Riverside Park, and last year we saw a lot of families there and their kids. So this year we wanted to have something special for them because part of Mi Gente is to be transnational and intergenerational, and we are always very conscious of that. So this is why we brought the activities for families and their kids so they can also have a space for it.
So let's talk about the term Latinx.
Definitely. So there's a lot of like controversial, not in a bad way, but we purposely use it because we want to signal the festival as a safe space for gender non-conforming, LGBTQ, and the queer community. Some people take it like, oh, I don't see myself as a Latino, but this is not the purpose. It's to signal the space as a safe space for the gender non-conforming community.
And Enzo, look
Hello,
at
hello.
you. Welcome
Hi, hi,
back.
hi.
Oh, you're wearing multiple hats this time around.
Hey, every time.
Well, right. Well, but this time it's kind of like out in the open.
Yes.
Because we're open. No. No, well, I know last year you served as kind of like the technical director, stage manager, and this time you're actually going to be performing as well.
Yes,
And
yes,
we had you
yes.
here
Yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes.
So just talk a little bit about that and your development, which
Absolutely.
is wonderful.
Wow, I'm very excited. This is the opportunity of my life. I am so very happy to do this. This is my premiere as a solo artist. It's the first time I play my original music live. So we're going to have a band, We're going to have the single that's available on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. You can purchase it or you can just listen to it. And I'm also developing the event with Dairanis. So it's like my dream come true.
Y eso es todo. No, it's lovely that it's inclusive, and it also, just in your messaging right now, serves as a means of inspiring other individuals who would, I guess, normally be on the backside, and you obviously have moved to the front side, which I think is awesome.
Definitely.
My dream is really, and that's what we share when we started to do this, is to create spaces where we can inspire people to do things and to enjoy culture through music. So we're activating that space. That's where Rockin' the Boat is. Not much people going there, but it's a beautiful space.
It is a beautiful space.
Yeah.
It's a hidden gem. I am in total agreement with you. So before we go, let's share some of the acts you have performing this year.
Definitely. So this year we're really excited. We have Ana Ramirez. She's a solo artist from Venezuela. We are really excited of having her. We have a Garifuna group from Honduras. Like, I get chills. I'm so excited. And also we have a beautiful Sukma Llanta from Ecuador, which they're going to be performing folkloric Andinian music at the festival. So it's very inclusive, it's very intergenerational, and particularly in these times, we want to show that as a Latino in the diaspora, we have to come together and celebrate our culture and our heritage.
Together.
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 Yes, together.
That's actually the message we need to send out to America.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
Anywho, thank you. Thank you,
Thank you for having us.
And so, once again, you guys, be sure to come and check out Mi Gente Latinx Music Festival, taking place on Saturday, August 19th from 12 noon to 8 p.m. and that is happening at 1399 Lafayette Avenue in the Bronx. And for more information, you can visit migentenyc.com. We have to take a quick break, but stick around. We'll sit down with the creative team behind the film, The Expediter, coming up next.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent. We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody.
So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. Make sure you keep up with all things happening here on Open by liking us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. That's right. All right, set in the late 1970s, The Expediter is about a teenage boy who finds himself in some trouble and in need of guidance. And when he is sent to work at his father's company, he discovers a mentor in an unlikely candidate. Yeah. So let's take a look at the trailer for The Expediter.
I hereby sentence you.
I'm sorry.
coffee. He likes it with this much milk. Then he wants to know what's on back order. If he talks to you, do not interrupt.
Dress like a man tomorrow, not some kind of hippie. Got it, Michelle?
P for Michael. Get in the car. It's not a problem for me, not a problem for her. Get over it. Saddle up, Michelle. Double time. We're plugging out of here.
Joining us now to tell us more about the film is the marketing manager, AJ Gonzalez, the writer, director, and producer, Michael Domino, and the co-writer, co-producer, and actor, Robin Maladinich. Yes?
Close enough.
Oh.
You get an A for effort.
I get an A for effort. Thank
Bob
you.
Maladnich.
Maladnich?
Maladnich.
Maladnich, yes.
Yeah, just like it looks.
Well, we're happy to have you guys here.
We're happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks
being
having
here.
us.
So AJ, I'm going to start with you because you're BronxNet alum. Welcome back.
I know, it's been 6 years. It feels so great to be back here.
Well, thank you for being here. All right.
absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about this film. Who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I wrote the original short story
Right.
for the Expediter, and Bob is a published author of true crime books, and I sent him the story about 10 years ago, and he complimented me and he said, I think you wrote an original story, maybe we should consider making a film out of this, and that was 10 years ago.
So the story itself, is it based on anybody's life?
Yes, it's based on my life when I
Right.
was 18 years old.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I only saw the trailer, but it seemed quite interesting. So how much of it is true?
90% of it is true. Some of the characters are amalgamations of a few people, but it really did happen. I had gotten into some trouble in my life, and my father applied tough love and dropped me into the wings of this gentleman, Jake Cutter, who worked for my father, who was a World War II Marine Corps vet, was in combat and everything, and I had to take the good and the bad from Mr. Cutter and decide what to take with me into adulthood and what to leave behind.
Okay, and so AJ, what's your role in this entire project?
So it was interesting because Michael had contacted me about originally producing the first movie poster, and so that's how my role came in at first. It was doing the movie poster, and then it wound up morphing into doing the trailer, and then being the videographer and photographer for all the events that we've done. We've had 4 premieres already, and just kind of being a social media guru and helping with marketing, and now we're actually getting on iTunes and Google Play and getting to film festivals. So it's just really amazing to have my little role turn into such a great taking on a lot more responsibility and be able to help this film succeed in a way that we never imagined.
So how long did the entire project take?
From start to finish, it took a full year. But we, over the course of the 10 years where I wrote the original short story, I had 4 scripts which we chose not to use. So it was quite a lengthy process of evolution, and I think that lent itself to the final product being rich in our opinion.
Okay, so Robert, that's all I'm going to say. Let's elaborate further. Association, I know how to cover. Robert, that's that. Yes.
Well, there was really a lot going on besides Michael just learning some valuable lessons from an unlikely mentor. The movie also kind of chronicles the decline of American manufacturing in New York City, and we tried to add some very rich historical and sociological significance. In fact, at the end of the film, we offer some commentary about the decline of manufacturing. Mike went to work at a manufacturing plant, of which there were thousands back in the 1970s. There's very few of them left. On the way up here, Mike and I passed the old Stella D'Oro factory in the Bronx, where they make the pastries and the cookies, and that's no longer here. So there's a lot more going on than the personal aspect of this movie. It's personal on many levels.
And there's a political consciousness involved regarding the uprising of New York City and how our humans are being taken over by machines.
That's exactly true.
You know, they say the American dream is made in China. Now, at least.
Yeah, well, you know, again. So where is this film being screened?
So we actually got into quite a few film festivals. We're actually going to.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome.
you.
It's really excited about that.
Very
we got
happy
into
about that.
Buffalo, Niagara Falls. So we'll be there from the 22nd to the 23rd of September. We also got into the Asheville Film Festival, which is going to be on the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, of September. And we just did our screening at New Filmmakers Film Festival, which was at the Archive Film Anthology in Anthology Film Archive, in Lower East Side, and we also did a screening online, which they had like online film festival, which is the Long Island Film Festival. Right. So it was
Cinema LA.
Yeah,
we've been invited there, and also we'll be screening it at the East Hampton Library in October.
Very
We're
nice.
Very honored about that one.
It's kind of taken on a life of its own, which has been very fulfilling and enriching for us. And a lot of that is to the efforts of AJ Gonzalez here. So
Yay, make us proud, AJ. Thank you for bringing them here.
A Bronx Net veteran.
Yes, I love that.
Live the dream, I'd say. You know, just
live the dream. Absolutely. Congratulations. Before we go, what do you hope people leave with after watching the film?
Well, we hope the message, I feel, is that when we come in the relationship, the coming of age aspect of the story is between an 18-year-old, young man and a 55-year-old older man. And I chose, through many ways, by remaining friends after I left that company over the course of years, and to hold that person in my life to the point where I chose to write a story about him and then make a film about him. So truly, he's still alive within me. And this is was a very important element. So he's still with me, Mr. Cutter.
Oh, lovely. So we can add sentiment to the actual project as well. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us, Rena.
And you guys, once again, for more on The Expediter and to take a look at the full trailer, you can visit theexpediterfilm.com. Okay, we have to take a quick break, but coming up, we'll learn about a partnership that's bringing a child's imagination to life. Don't go anywhere.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back, everyone. The Griot World is a space located in Harlem where children can explore their imagination and culture. And on Sunday, August 20th, they'll be teaming up with the Membit app to bring the next generation of students into the future of storytelling. And joining us now to share more, we welcome the Griot I hope I'm saying that right. Griots.
Griot.
Oh, good. You can educate me on griot because the T is silent.
you sound great.
World's creator, writer, and puppeteer. Well, we're going to welcome the puppeteer Michael J. Wilson, and we're also going to welcome puppeteer Sophia Loren Coffey.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
you know,
don't
we've
worry
got so
about
much
it.
going on here, and then you brought this additional company, so I'm like a little thrown off.
This is Sally.
Right.
And that's
Manito is
Manito.
from East Harlem, and we're from Grandma's Place on 120th and Lenox, right over there by Bar Wine and Setapani, right across the street. So it's Harlem's premier book and toy store. So this is where Manito and Sally come from.
Manito,
Manito.
Manito, and Sally.
Sally Mae. She's from Texas, but she just moved to Harlem.
Well, welcome.
So,
welcome.
thank you.
Welcome you too. Okay, so I'm sorry for messing up the name of Griot.
Oh, don't worry about it. It happens all the time.
Yeah, Griot. And so let's talk a little bit about the organization first before we go into your collaboration with Membet.
Correct.
Right? Because it's a very interesting concept.
Yeah, so Griot World actually started, I actually took a humanities class when I went to Hampton, and I read this wonderful book called Sundiata, an Epic of Old Mali, in which I learned about the Djeliba or the Griot, which they're the bearers of history, the oral tradition. And so years later, I had a chance, number one, which got me started, was I did my thesis on the African Burying Ground in Lower Manhattan. And then my mentor, Dr. Perry, who's from the Bronx, Soundview, give him some credit. So, you know, we had a chance to bring me involved with a different project because the work on the burying ground had already been done. So he introduced me to an African prince named Brotier. And I had a chance to go to Ghana. And from there, I was able to bring back some artifacts, and then I incorporated that into teaching history and bringing the concept of the griot to the children. And fast forward, I was working at an art school in Connecticut where the children did their core classes incorporated with art. So math, science, all had to have an art-based activity. So they were doing a skit on Toussaint Louverture. So they had to draw a picture of what they thought he looked like from his biography. And then the kids made a papier-mâché puppet because they were going to do the whole Haitian Revolution as a play. And then they made one of me. And then from there, we added the dreadlocks and the dashiki. And he came from Jafeka. And then we partnered up with Grandma's Place in Harlem and started doing the puppets with the storytelling. And it's just been taking on a life of its own.
I love it. I love it because it engages the next generation in a way that is playful, and you're kind of like pumping them with information that normally they would be, you know, sidetracked, right?
Exactly.
Because so, are you an archaeologist?
I'm a student of archaeology. I work with ALADS, which is the Archaeology Laboratory of African and African Diaspora Studies. It's the only out of Central Connecticut State University. And Dr. Perry is my mentor, so we're teaching the kids about the African Burying Ground in Lower Manhattan, the one over there on 125th, the Harlem African Burying
So what are
Ground.
these two teaching us today?
So these two, we're going to teach the kids how to think big.
We don't have much time, so I
So-
want to like get them
so,
in
yeah,
on the act. I mean, not that you're not important.
5,
but
6,
so-
7.
8. Let's go.
There is no limit to what I can do. If I keep on dreaming, my dreams will come true. It's just a matter of beginning to start. Start with that feeling down deep in my heart. I might as well think big. Why should any thought be small? I might as well think big. If I'm gonna think at all. If I'm gonna think at all. I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna be an astronaut. I'm gonna be a scientist. I'm gonna be the captain of Ziptar. I'm gonna be an archaeologist. I'm gonna be a Platonitarian. What? You can't be that. Let's go to the river and throw some rocks. So we use these to tell stories. Griot means ancient storytelling.
And so
everyone is a griot.
And then we also try to use it as teachable moments. So you'll see us on YouTube where you'll have Manito's moral moment where he'll have a decision to make. So if he sees we have one where he sees a lost cell phone. So what should you do? Should you take it? Should you leave it? And so you just say, those decisions that we all think about you know, and so always being honest. So he makes the right choice by being honest and gets rewarded.
All right, now before we go, really quickly, because we didn't talk about Membit and your collaboration, because you're going to present it this Sunday, right?
No, well, we're gonna have a feature. We're gonna get exposed, but we're working on using augmented reality, which is an app where you can download pictures that can take you back in time. So we want to be able to incorporate augmented reality, which isn't where you use the goggles, but you can download it and use your electronic devices. So we want to be able to use it so that kids can be able to build their history, their content, their knowledge, and literacy.
So, and that's going to be happening on
that's going to be happening Boogie on the Boulevard.
Right, Boogie on the Boulevard.
From 12 to 4:30, we'll be having a booth where we'll be doing performance. We'll have a little sock puppet making workshop, jewelry workshop, songwriting workshop, you know. And then
those earrings?
Yeah,
we
did,
like
yes,
that?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So, well, you know, so you be able to experience Membit and, you know, see the photo app, and then we'll be working on developing a program where the kids can do like a scavenger hunt using the puppets for treasure places throughout the Bronx, throughout New York City.
And learning history in the
learning
process.
history at the same time.
Beautiful, lovely,
So,
lovely. Thank you so much for being here.
So you can see us on, go to our website, www.grioworldharlem.wixsite.com/, and we're also YouTube Grio World and Facebook The Jelly Baman. So just saying soon come. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here with us once again. You guys, for more information on the Griot World, visit Griot, and Griot, the T is silent, so it's Griot World Harlem.wixsite.com, right? And okay, so we're going to take a quick break, but don't go nowhere. Bobby C's weekly sports roundup is coming up next. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so sorry.
The angry giant. Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the Morning Show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
Rivalry week for the Pinstripers. We begin our look at sports on the baseball diamond, where last weekend the Yankees welcomed their American League nemesis, Boston, to Yankee Stadium for a 3-game series. The Yanks rallied to steal the first game last Friday night, but the Red Sox managed to take Game 2 on Saturday as the Bombers' pitching faltered. That set up the rubber game on Sunday Night Baseball, one that the Yanks let slip away. We go inside the locker room for more. The Yankees managed to win the opening game of their weekend series with Boston on Friday night, but the Red Sox came back on both Saturday and on Sunday Night Baseball. A big victory for Chris Sale and Boston on Sunday night.
It's big. Anytime you can come up here and win a series in division this late in the year, it's big. You know, like I've said before, we know where we're at. We know what we need to do. We know the task at hand, and we're just grinding every day.
The Yankees had a 2-1 lead in the 9th inning with Aroldis Chapman on the mound, but rookie Rafael Devers hit a big home run against the left-handed closer.
Yeah, an incredible swing off, 100-mile-an-hour plus fastball. So, he doesn't fear the moment. He's jumped feet first into this rivalry, and it couldn't come at a better time.
In extras, it was another rookie for Boston, Andrew Benintendi, who would have the go-ahead run for the Red Sox.
Every loss is tough, especially how we're battling tonight, fighting, especially going up against Chris Sale, probably the best pitcher in the game right now. It was a grind. We just weren't able to come out with it in the end. We just got to keep taking it one day at a time. If we focus on that instead of looking down the road right now, it'll all work out. We just got to keep winning the next game.
The Yanks did win the next game, and the game after that, and the game after that, and the game after that. This year's Subway Series was a one-way fair. Gary Sanchez homered to match a career high with 5 RBI. Luis Severino got right back on track, and the Bronx Boys of Summer made it a 4-game sweep of the crosstown rival Mets with a 7-5 victory Thursday night. 4 games behind first place Boston in the AL East. The Yankees begin a 3-game series tonight at Fenway Park. Aaron Judge launched a titanic homer. Didi Gregorius snapped a 7th-inning tie with a 2-run double as the Yanks beat the Mets 5-3 on Wednesday night. The Yankees took the first 2 games of the 4-game series at Yankee Stadium on Monday and Tuesday, and then took back-to-back at Citi Field on Wednesday and Thursday nights, respectively. Citi Field has been a sanctuary for opposing hitters this season. On Wednesday, Aaron Judge was the latest slugger to hit a 450-foot home run against the Mets. Given that he hit a 457-foot homer into the third deck in left field, Judge was undaunted that he also set the Major League record for consecutive games with a strikeout by a position player. He broke the single-season mark set by Adam Dunn in 2012, according to the Elias Sports Bureau. The Yankee phenom's second-half slide might mean he's no longer the clear front-runner for the American League MVP, but his name still carries a lot of weight, and if he can just regain some of what he had been going on in the first half, it's still a very good possibility. Aaron Judge's mammoth home run on Wednesday was his 37th of the season. That ties Albert Pujols, then with the 2001 Cardinals, for third most by a rookie in a season. Judge trails Mark McGwire, 49 in 1987 with the A's, and Frank Robinson, 38 in 1956 with the Reds. Sonny Gray outpitched Jacob deGrom, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Sanchez each homered, and the Bombers held off the Mets 5-4 on Tuesday night to sweep both the Subway Series games in the Bronx. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Mets pitcher Matt Harvey continued his rehab stint in Brooklyn on Wednesday. Harvey went 3 scoreless innings against Aberdeen of the Class A New York Penn League. Harvey struck out the side on 10 pitches in the 3rd inning. Meanwhile, staff ace Noah Syndergaard was back at it in the bullpen on Tuesday, appearing to throw strikes across the plate in his first action since tearing his right lat. Good news for the Amazons on both fronts. The Mets traded second baseman Neil Walker to Milwaukee, and of course, as mentioned last week, have brought up stud prospect Dominic Smith, who looked pretty good. He homered in the Subway Series against the Yankees. The WNBA and its players showed their support for the victims of racially charged violence in Charlottesville. Players from several teams locked arms at center court and held a moment of silence before Wednesday's games. What a tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all of the families. Kevin Durant says he will not visit President Donald Trump at the White House if the NBA champion Golden State Warriors are invited. Nah, I don't want to do that, said Durant, the 2017 NBA Finals MVP. I don't respect who's in office right now. Durant spoke to ESPN on Thursday. The Warriors visit the nation's capital February 28th to take on the Washington Wizards. The White House has not extended a formal invitation to the Warriors. Former Cleveland Cavaliers player Dante Jones said Steph Curry doesn't make his list of top 10 NBA players. That's ludicrous. LeBron James flew into New York City on Tuesday morning to take part in pickup games with Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant, among others. That's pretty cool. Must be nice. Giants signal caller Eli Manning would turn 40 at the end of the 2020 season. He is under contract through the 2019 season. He believes he can play through 40. I think so, too. Go win another Super Bowl, Eli. For the first time in a week, Jets quarterback Josh McCown tallied more reps than Christian Hackenberg in a practice. Jets wide receiver / punt returner Lucky Whitehead will have surgery to repair his broken foot, according to head coach Todd Bowles. First, the misidentification case, and then the release in Dallas, and now this. Nothing lucky there for the wide receiver. The Jets announced the creation of the New York Jets Fan Hall of Fame. Debuting this season, dedicated fans will be chosen via an annual selection process coordinated by Jets personnel, legends, and a fan vote. Fans can nominate themselves or be nominated through a third party. The inaugural class will feature 3 inductees. They will be honored at halftime of the final home game this season, and yes, they will receive a commemorative jacket. On the NFL gridiron, the Oakland Raiders don't arrive for a couple of years, but they're already Las Vegas's team at the betting window. This offseason, more bets have been placed on the Raiders to win the Super Bowl than any other team at sportsbooks around town. Oakland's Super Bowl odds, which opened as high as 20-1, have moved to as short short as 6-1. Seattle Seahawks defensive end Michael Bennett said the conversation about anthem protests would change if white players became part of the movement. It would take a white player to really get things changed, Bennett said Wednesday on ESPN, because when somebody from the other side understands and they step up and they speak up about it, it would change the whole conversation. Bennett elected not to stand for the anthem during the preseason. We are a week away from McGregor Mayweather. The Nevada State Athletic Commission approved the request from Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor for smaller boxing gloves on Wednesday, just 10 days before their highly anticipated fight on August the 26th. The one-time exemption will allow both fighters to wear 8-ounce gloves during their 154-pound bout. I'll have my fearless prediction for the fight next Friday. Summer is winding down. That means the Bronx crowned another champion at the Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic. Take a look. New York City playground legend Corey Fisher put together the family with one mission at hand: win the 2017 Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic at Orchard Beach. But the point guard suffered a hand injury late in the season and instead was relegated to GM duty Sunday against the Brooklyn Stompers, who were making their second straight appearance in the Hits Pro-Am Final. The Stompers fell just short last season, and even without Fisher in the family's lineup, Brooklyn watched as the team from the Bronx edged them in the closing minutes behind the three-headed monster of Jordan Aaron, Mike Glover, and Chaz Williams. Aaron, who garnered the league's favorite nephew award from announcer G-Stacks, upstaged league MVP Jay Will of the Stompers en route to being named championship MVP. The family had come together at the right time to be crowned kings of the Bronx Riviera. Great season at Orchard Beach. Congrats to the family. There has been a flurry of inaccurate reports regarding the condition of famous wrestler Ric Flair, who is a resident of Atlanta, Georgia. Per a source close to the family, Flair did not undergo heart surgery, nor did he suffer a heart attack. Upon medical attention, what was thought to be an intestinal blockage wound up requiring part of his bowel to be removed. Oof. Flair's alcohol intake has exacerbated his issues. He spoke with Sports Illustrated exactly 9 days ago, admitting that drinking has been a major issue throughout his career. The end of the summer also means that the Little League World Series is going down. 16 teams are split into 2 brackets, 8 international teams and 8 teams from the United States. Each bracket is a double elimination tournament, with the U.S. winner facing the international winner in the Little League World Series championship game on Sunday, August 27th. This is the 71st Little League World Series, which started in 1947. The United States has won 34 Little League World Series, including the team from Maine Enwell Little League, New York, capturing the 2016 championship. And on a final sports roundup note, the IndyCar Racing Series will take center stage at Pocono Raceway this weekend in PA. We'll have a full report next time on the show. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for the announcement of the week. Nothing topped Tuesday's announcement on SportsCenter by Marvin Bagley, now the #1 recruit in the 2017 class. He will play for Duke next season. His reclassification from the 2018 class to 2017 and his decision to attend Duke has changed everything. I think they will win it all. It's nice to see a college basketball story dominating the headlines in mid-August. Duke's elevation to the #1 spot over Arizona after Bagley's announcement was not an automatic move, but they do boast a very deep lineup despite the program's losses from last season. Bagley's breathtaking versatility means a healthy Duke team guided by Coach K will enter the season as the #1 team in the preseason polls and as the favorite to win the national title. I'm filling out my bracket right now. Imagine that, Rena. You have to wait until the day before McGregor Mayweather for my pick there, but I give you the college basketball national champion in August. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better? I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk? Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious. Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. It's now time for this week's Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
Today's Open Artist Spotlight shines on two passionate dancers from Queens, and, well, their love of dance is what drives them to continuously create and learn more, exploring their art form. Performing now on our Open Artist stage, we welcome Melocity and Nightwing.
Wrist looking like it been dipped. Dipping that, dipping that, dipping that. Script looking like it been flipped. Flipping that, flipping that, flipping that. Pull up in that phone, my God. Whole squad getting that, getting that. Please say it ain't true. I had to go and cop too. Hell no, we can't fit in that. Wild ones, like we fresh out the cage. Showtime, baby, fresh off the stage. Bad little mama, fresh off the page. Front like you love, but you know that you hate it. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Ooh.
Yeah, you know no better. Say you're different, who you kidding? Yeah, you know no better. Ooh, say that talk for the ones who don't know no better. Cause baby, I know you better.
Baby, I don't know better.
Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know.
Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know no better. Top dropped off on my whip. Whipping that, whipping that, whipping that. Yellow and the purple on mix. Mixing that, mixing that, mixing that. Got my bitch from the tropics. Yeah, you know where she's sitting at. Taking shots, one bottle at the bottle at the bottle. Hell no, we ain't sipping that. Wild ones, like we fresh out the cage. Showtime, baby, fresh off the stage. Bad little mama, fresh off the page. Front like you love, but you know that you hate it. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Ooh.
Yeah, you know no better. Say you're different, who you kidding? Yeah, you know no better. Ooh, say that talk for the ones who don't know no better. Cause baby, I know you better.
Baby, I don't know better.
Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know.
Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you
Baby,
better.
I know no better. Drop top on the whip. Dab a ranch on the chips. Ice cream gave her chills. Too much cash, pay the bills. I make a ride Mercedes. I can afford the latest. Baby, ignore the Raiders. Just pull up, we pop out, we rage. You know no better. Stack my bread up. Don't get fed up. Ain't gon' let up. You told me to shut up, but I'ma do better. It's not my race. Get out my face. Drop my case. Which way? That way.
Yeah, you know no better. Say you're different, who you kidding? Yeah, you know no better. Ooh, say that talk for the ones who don't know.
I know. It's like, no, you guys can't catch your breath. You guys can't catch your breath. That's for you. No, you can catch your breath. I'm kidding. Oh, my goodness. That was amazing. I'm going to let you catch your breath.
Yeah, I just ran a marathon.
Oh, did you? In like a few minutes, no?
Yeah, I did all the boroughs.
All the boroughs. Whew. Oh, wow, 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 wow. All right, Melocity, right?
No.
Melocity. Nightwing.
Yep.
Melocity. Nightwing. All right, how'd you guys come together and where did these names come from?
Well, we've both been dancing for about 5 years, and we started actually in high school. It was like a mock talent show, and I was always into the performing and like coming out and showcasing, you know, like passion. So I just got gather a bunch of friends that I didn't even know were into dancing. So I just came up to this guy and I was like, hey, you want to be in a talent show?
We were in the locker room and
in high school, and I was just taking dance as like a joke, just joking around. And he just.
You didn't look like you were joking around.
Yeah. Then after.
If you see this performance, yeah. But yeah, we decided to just do a little mock, and after that, we each continued to dance.
I know, you're still catching your breath. I'm like, I was like, wow, it was really high energy, so I get it, and I'm sorry I'm making you talk right now. But just tell me where the names came from, because they're very interesting, and why they're together.
So my name is Melocity. You can pronounce it as Mellow City. So I call myself that because mellow is like slow and like nice and melodic. So I like that, like melodic songs and really slow. And then city is like city, like Mellow City. So I came up with that and put it together. Then you say like Melocity, so it sounds more weirder.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is it supposed to be Melocity?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Melocity.
It is Melocity.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
He's like, Mellow City. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it.
That's who that works.
So you were nothing mellow there, but okay. Nightwing.
My name actually came from a comic book character. So have you heard of Batman and Robin?
You're the animated dancer?
No.
You're the animated dancer?
Yes. Which is very bizarre.
We don't have much time, so I want to get Nightwing in.
Well, Nightwing's like this, is Robin after he grows up and just becomes his own person. So I feel like I was overshadowed a lot, like believed to be an underdog, and I just wanted to make dancing a career when a lot of people told me I wouldn't make it. Now I'm captain of the Brooklyn Nets dance team and signed by an agency, so yeah.
High five on that. Nice. Nice. And you're still moving forward with your team here as well. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get you water. We're out of time, right? So I just want everybody to know where they can find out more about Melocity or Mellow City. You can check out their social media handle. And, of course, Nightwing. You can check him out at Melocity with 2 L's and 2 I's at the end. And Nightwing is at Nightwing_extreme. At Nightwing_extreme. And that is our show today, mi gente. Thanks to all our guests for coming through, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out the Recablecast tonight and 24 hours a day at BronxNet.tv. I'm Rena Valentin. And from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor, and let there be love in the world. And we start right here in the BX. Mwah. Adios, everybody. So who's going to show me?
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.